Okay, so the last thing they had us do on page 570 was to save the current drawing as I-10-11 opposite elevation, and that's what I've got open here. Then we go over to page 571, and basically it tells us the three things that we need to do to this elevation now that we have it flipped. Notice that the UCS is up there and the plan view has been flipped 180 degrees. So this is actually the elevation that goes with this side, and you'll notice that the windows are not necessarily in the right place, and we need to straighten out this roof line. So let's straighten out the roof line first. Because there's no pop out on this side, we definitely just need to get rid of those two lines. We'll delete those, and then I'll zoom in, and these two vertical lines need to go. In fact, those need to go also. Now the temptation here, and it's not a good thing, is to just issue the line command and go point to point, and that's not okay, because now you've got three different line segments instead of one. So what you want to do is go ahead and delete these three as well, and then extend, as I wait for my computer to catch up, extend to that line all three of those. So that gives us continuous lines all the way through. Now the next thing we need to do is figure out what's going on with the windows. They're not in the right place, and I think probably the best thing to do is if you double click on one of those lines, you can see what layer it's on. It's on the layer A elevation glaze. So let's switch over to A elevation glaze layer, and that's the current layer. I'm just going to get it so I can kind of see where those lines are, and I'm just going to basically throw in some construction lines just for my own reference. This is one side of them, and line from that point down to here is the other side, and then line from here. Again, waiting for my computer to catch up. Seems to be a little glitchy today. Coming down here. Okay, that's where that one goes. And this one is probably the right size, but we'll want to have all the lines down there. Now I'm going to move this one. Just going to select the lines that make up this window. That was the move command. Click enter. I want to go here. Ortho's on, so I can only go exactly straight on the horizontal. Shift right click to catch nearest, because I just want to grab the nearest line, and bam, right there. That tells me that it's not the right size either. It's actually needs to be cleaned up there. So then I'm going to knock that left side out of there, use the extend command to that point, which is thankfully on the right layer, bam and bam, and then TR, enter, so I can just start trimming these lines back. Oh, I kind of maybe should have chose a different, maybe trim on steroids wasn't the most efficient way to get this window in. And I'll just delete that line. Okay, then come over here and let's do the same thing on this one. Let's select the four lines that make up this thing. Enter. Oops, Control Z. I wanted to use the move command. Select objects to move. Those four. Bam, and then I come over here, shift right click, make sure I'm just going to the nearest. That's the point that I want, and that one fits perfectly, so I can delete those lines. And there I've fixed all of that up. Now that takes care of everything on pages 571, 72, and 73. You can certainly go about it step by step the way they do it if you like. Either way, we end up with the same results. So we're moving over to page 574, and we'll deal with saving this UCS.